Thanks a lot, Tony. When I talk to people about artificial intelligence and machine learning, just like you said, I'm really excited for this technology because it really has the potential to impact all sectors. And the analogy I often use is software. So it's virtually impossible these days to think of an industry that hasn't been transformed by software. And machine learning is, in its essence, software writing software. It's a bit scary to think of it that way, but you can realize that the opportunities are endless. Not only will machine learning write software much more effectively and efficiently than human programmers can do, it will write the programs that are currently out of reach for humans. And these surprises are just around the corner. We as Canadians will be really proud because much of it will be happening in this country. Talking about the scope of possibilities, this is what I see in the teams here today. They have been innovating in AI to tackle problems in finance, health, natural resources, supply chain, robotics, waste management, human resources, and several teams have actually been going after multiple verticals. This cohort started in February, and this was the first time a Next Canada program accepted international applicants. And while many of the founders had no formal AI training, others already had PhDs in analytical disciplines. So our first challenge was to establish a technical curriculum that would be foundational for such a diverse group. And this cohort, unlike what I was used to dealing with, is nothing like a university class. So we started with machine learning fundamentals and quickly moved to the most active domains, computer vision and natural language processing. This was led by our faculty, including Sanya Fidler and Raquel Erdison and Kyunghyun Cho. Our final course, titled Intelligence in Practice, brought AI industry experts into the classroom to share their experiences. And we had participation from Apple, NVIDIA, Google, IBM, Clarify, Kindred, Integrate, Georgian Partners, and Norton Rose Fulbright. All of these experts in the class teaching our founders. And I don't think you could find a course like this anywhere else in the world. So what really stood out to me during this curriculum was the candidness of our speakers and their willingness to share their personal experiences. I would like to particularly acknowledge Matt Zieler, who's here today, and Inmar Gavoni for sharing deeply personal stories about their journeys through entrepreneurship. And on behalf of the class, I would like to thank all of our faculty and guest speakers for their contributions to the program. I often remark to the class that even though I was teaching the machine learning course, I was learning so much from the different speakers. I'd like to also thank our AI scientists in residence, Devinder Kumar, Dinesh Ramachandran, and Srino Kusraga, who provided a level of technical expertise and were a great resource to the teams throughout the program. I was asked to provide a perspective on Canadian AI innovation over the past year. And if I think back about a year to when we were getting ready to launch this program, I would say what has changed since then with the media spotlight and the wider spread of AI into our daily lives is that it has really pushed implications of AI to front of mind. Of course, we're still wowed by the tech, and we get excited with each story of AI outperforming humans, but it is the impact on society that has really caught our collective attention. Impressively, these topics such as bias and fairness, differential privacy, explainability, and AI and ethics and the law have entered and been an important part of the curriculum. I would like to thank Catherine Hume, Evgeny Vallis, and Anthony DeFasakis for sharing their perspectives on these emerging and important topics. Since the launch of the program, we've seen AI in Canada completely explode. And a particular highlight of this has been the establishment of a pan-Canadian AI strategy, which sees substantial federal, provincial, and private funding to establish centers in Alberta, Montreal, and of course the Vector Institute here in Toronto. At Vector, we aim to train more graduate students and postdocs in machine learning than anywhere else in the world, and I hope that many of these graduates will be inspired to found their own companies, and this will be a solid basis of talent for future cohorts in NextAI. For many years, Canada lost its graduates to R&D labs in the US because these labs simply did not exist in this country. And in the past year, we've seen RBC Research, Google Brain, Google DeepMind, Facebook AI Research, Uber, Microsoft, and Samsung all start to establish R&D centers here in this country, all focused on machine learning research. It's really incredible. So as we start to recruit for this year's cohort, we're hitting the conference circuit with an even stronger message. This country, this city, is the place to be if you want to found an AI startup. And I'd like to thank the teams for having the courage to embark on this journey with us, and you're really a critical part of making this ecosystem what it is today.